Hello. Oh, good morning, everybody. Happy Saturdays on in. Hope you guys have been having a good weekend, a good last month, since it's been about that long. Just had life things come up, and just a bunch of stuff. Probably talk about it throughout the stream. But today we're going to be playing, excuse me, a new game, plus probably just on moderate. Go back through with the explosive arrows on and director's commentary, which should be on. Oops. Yeah, so director's commentary, which is cinematics featuring Neil, Ashley, and Troy, and then yep, explosive arrows turned on. I do kind of want to look at other stuff like the skins and the concept art and other things with you guys, but we'll do that at another date, as well as Mirror World on Death. That one has me very interested. I think that would be fun. But, alright. I don't think the Discord thingy dong. Probably not. Streaming stuff. There we go. That should help. Alright, so New Game Plus. Play through the game again with all your upgrades obtained in a previous playthrough. There are 2 new Game Plus modes. Full loadout carries over all weapons recipes, unlocking them early in game, and in Classic they're unlocked on normal progression. I believe that's moderate. I'm actually going to change to the full loadout. We've played the Classic mode on Remastered quite a bit, so let's try something new. Select moderate plus, challenge level can be changed anytime. Awesome. Hi Piglet! Good morning, or good afternoon. I hope you're doing good.
Hi, I'm Neil Druckmann, creative director.
And I'm Troy Baker, I play Joel.
And I'm Ashley Johnson, and I play Ellie.
So first cinematic here, you'll see as we get to the end, I mean, this opening image we wanted to match what we did at the end with image of Ellie.
This is so
It's an interesting thing to start off with, not only in the past, but also to start off basically.
Yeah, that's one of the things we were discussing as we're iterating on this opening sequence, because it used to be, it was all seen through Joel's eyes. But then it became a lot more interesting to think of it as you're seeing it through Sarah's eyes, because Sarah's really kind of, the whole game is about this relationship between Joel and Ellie, but here's Sarah.
Hold up. Okay, I didn't know that was the kind of commentary that we were going to, like, be getting into. So yeah, you really do have to play this game beforehand, because it's cutting out all the subtitles to the actual story. Okay, that's really cool. I didn't know that's what this was, but now I'm super excited. I wanted to pause because I don't want to miss what they're saying, but I just had to interject.
Sarah kind of embodies what the relationship is going to eventually become.
And that was probably one of the hardest roles to cast too, with Sarah.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people that came in, and I love that this scene was, that was one of the audition scenes. And it was so amazing when Hannah came in that it just, I mean, what you're seeing.
Probably.
That was the chemistry.
But it's so cool.
Amazing. It's like a younger Dakota Fanning. Just there's an old soul behind those eyes.
Yeah, and she could turn it on and off between each take.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, she was crazy. She's amazing.
It's always a little awkward, right? You have a 12-year-old someone on the set, and you're doing this pretty dark stuff. Hey, guys.
Helping out with the mortgage then.
Yeah, you wish.
That's
And this
way
piece
too
of
cool.
music, actually, we were struggling to find which piece to play here. And then Gustavo wrote this thing for the VGAs just to play before we showed the trailer. And right away I heard it, I was like, that's got to go in the opening. This is the theme kind of like the relationship between Joel and his daughter that later becomes the theme between Joel and Ellie.
Pelican Drops,
Pelican Drops.
the name of the band on her T-shirt. And where did you get that?
My daughter came up with that. My 2.5-year-old daughter named one of her dolls that. And we're searching for a name for a band. I'm like, I got a name for a band.
This is way too cool because it's literally like playing the darkest game while hearing just jokes in the background. Like, I don't know, this is so cool. I'm nervous for Henry's scene, but this is way too cool.
Hello?
Sarah, honey, I need to get your daddy on the phone.
Uncle Tommy, what time is it?
I need to talk to your dad now.
Sarah's name has changed colors. Tommy is now
Uncle Tommy?
blue.
Hello?
Huh. What do you guys think? I mean, it's only been one scene, but what do you guys think?
What was that all about?
I kind of wish they would give like commentary about like the decorations to like the room and stuff. It'd be cool, but we'd be here for, days. Just more of the good stuff. Facts.
Dad?
That's cute that the shirt is the name of a stuffed animal. That's freaking cute. I always want to go deeper into the lore, especially for this game. This game's cool. I want to know at what point you find out Ellie's last name. Like, I know it, but I don't remember what point in the game that actually tells you. Like, I had to Google it. So it makes me curious, like, is it really ever mentioned, or is it just stated somewhere?
Where the heck are you?
We've received reports that victims afflicted with the infection show
That's
signs of
nearby.
increased aggression, and
Move everybody out of here now. There's a gas leak. Hey,
there seems to be some commotion coming from
get the hell out of here, run!
What was that?
Boom.
Oh, God.
Almost certain it's never addressed in this game. Yeah, like, I can't pinpoint it. I Googled it. That's a good point, because that's the one I haven't played a whole lot, and I haven't really played The Last of Us 2, so that's why I'm like, maybe it could be in there, but I could not for the life of me pinpoint it in this specific game.
There's his phone.
It's definitely on the wiki. Definitely there, but I just never didn't learn it until part 2. I learned it a couple months ago, but
Are you okay?
I just... Something we were talking
come
about,
in
I
here?
think age.
No, who would
Joel's
come in
age,
here?
and that's when I got
Don't go
curious
near the
about,
door,
like,
just
I don't know
stand back
Ellie's
there.
last name.
Dad, you're kind of freaking me out. What's going on?
It's the Coopers. Something ain't right with them. I think they're sick.
I'm kind of sick.
Brah.
Jimmy!
Dad?
Honey, come here. Come here.
This is considered a cinematic now. This is a skippable thing, which is kind of cool.
Warning you.
You shot him.
Sarah,
I saw him this morning.
listen to me. There is something bad going on. And we've got to get out of here. Do you understand me?
Absolutely.
Tell me, come on.
I was looking up fan art for future emotes, and I came across some Abby and Ellie ones that made me question society. Like, really?
You got blood all over you. It ain't mine. Let's just get out of
I
here.
prefer the Dino at that rate, you know? But it's just like, people have some really weird fanfic fantasies with this shit.
Tell me what happened. Later. Hey, Sarah. How you holding up, honey?
Hi, Tommy. Look how clean your face
You hear us
is.
on the radio?
Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks.
No cell phone. No radio. Yeah, we're doing great. A minute ago, newsman wouldn't shut up. They say where to go? They said, Army's put up roadblocks on the highway.
Bye,
No
people.
getting into Travis County.
Don't know why you're taking that much stuff.
Take 71.
71, that's where I'm headed.
Did they say how many are dead?
Hell yeah, it will be.
Found this one family on
I do wish this section was talked over. Be a lot more interesting. Yeah, Henry's scene's probably gonna still mess me up.
But we ain't the only town.
Tessa's gonna be interesting.
Just the south. Now they're going
Honestly, they're all gonna be interesting.
Holy hell. That's a little
Burn, baby, burn. I do love the way that this thing, like, actually burns now. And
How
gone
do you
Jeep.
know?
Blind spots.
People in the city. We're good.
Didn't Jimmy work in the city?
That's right, he did.
We're fine. Trust me.
All right.
See what they need.
Who do you think you're doing? Keep driving.
I got a kid, Joel.
So do we.
We have room.
Keep driving, Tommy.
Eh.
You ain't seen what I seen. Someone else will come along.
I'm sad I can't see the miles per hour gauge. They made it, like, black. In the other game it's red. It's a little bit easier to see. This one's really difficult. There it goes.
Oh, this is bad. Everyone and their mother had the same damn idea.
I mean, you can see the RPM one. It's normal.
Just backtracking.
What the fuck, man? Let's go!
Holy shit. Turn us around.
Oh my god.
Tommy. Tommy!
Holy shit!
Hi!
What the fuck just happened? Did you see that?
Bye!
Sorry. God damn. Turn here. Turn here.
And that would totally leave more blood.
Come on, people, move!
What are they running from?
Like,
Get us.
marginally more blood than that.
Oh no.
Hi, bud.
We can't stop here, Tommy.
I can't fucking drive through them,
Then
Joel!
back up then!
They're behind me, too!
There. Hold on! Go!
Ooh. I love the glass. I wish that glass sound effect was in like every video game. It's so good.
Hey.
Get back, baby. Get back.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yoink. Doink. Good break.
Dad?
I'm here, baby. I'm here. Come on, give me your hand.
The brick sound effect sounds a lot better too.
My
It
leg
sounds
hurts.
more brick-like.
Pretty bad.
We're gonna need to run.
You keep us safe. Come on, baby.
Ooh,
Hold on tight.
that guy got yoinked. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Daddy, I'm scared.
Just keep your eyes closed, honey.
You watch out.
Keep running!
Big fire.
Those people are on fire.
This shit's crazy.
Keep looking at me, baby.
Hold up. An elephant! The lady lost an elephant. Oh, why was it in the trunk? Why keep that up with their kid?
There's too many of them! This way! Through the alley! Go!
It makes me sad now. She lost her elephant.
He's dead!
Oh god.
Damn it!
We're almost there. We're almost there, baby.
They're getting through the fence! Keep going! Find your way out of here! Come on! Go!
I'm right behind you, my dude.
Move it! Get to the highway! Go! You got Sarah! I can outrun them!
Uncle Tommy?
I will meet you there.
Hurry!
Daddy, we can't leave him.
He's gonna be fine.
closer.
No.
They're getting closer.
Stay away. Bad zombies.
So this is going to be the first time that I've ever seen this scene. This was one specifically that I really didn't want to once we did it. And when we first talked about doing this, in the very, very beginning, I knew this scene was going to come. And it was, I told you, I was like, give me a heads up when this day comes, because it's not going to be a good one.
Well, the thing with this scene, it's a super difficult scene to shoot. The first time we shot it, we did like at least 15 takes or something crazy like that. And then we thought we had it in the can, and
well, I thought
well, no, we all thought we came back to work and we started putting it in, and for me there was just something that was, I felt like we could convey the same amount of emotion with less.
Yeah.
And it was a hard thing to tell Troy because everybody put so much into it, and it's like, we got to do it again.
Well, I remember that
we got to
day
come back to this.
when you came back and you told me that we have to do this again. Obviously, you'll see why what we're talking about. But this is the defining moment for Joel. This is where he draws that line in the sand, where he has few moral lines left to cross. I'm so amazed with how well Hannah did, and
yeah, I mean, it was difficult to watch just on the mocap stage, and we actually had people after a few takes leave the set. They were like, I can't watch this anymore, and they just took off. But from a story standpoint, it's so important to show just what the violence does and how it like rips apart this family.
Well, then especially a lot of times in video games, you see blatant violence, but when you personify it and you put it on a face, especially that young face, and you see the devastation that just one life lost can do, and it's just, I mean, this was such a hard day, hard day for both of us. I mean, it was exhausting for her, it was exhausting for me.
So the opening credits, the thing with the opening, initially we didn't want to do opening credits, we didn't even have the idea for this, but the jump felt too sudden to go from Sarah dying to then 20 years later.
And making up.
We found that from
Could
Sarah
you
dying,
imagine?
so we're like, okay, well, let's have this opening sequence that can kind of help bridge the gap. And just had the idea of just seeing this time-lapse video of fungus growing, because so much of the disease and the outbreak is based on this cordyceps fungus that spread through spores. So we contacted a group at Sony San Diego who did this whole opening sequence for us, and they actually got these fungal kits where they grew fungus like in their bathrooms and filmed this over like days to produce this thing.
That's so cool.
So everything you're seeing is actually, it's real, it's not CG, it's all organic.
Yeah, except for the spores at the end, which are CG, everything is real.
That's so cool.
This whole journey is like a dreamlike state, and you constantly see people waking up. And you see this multiple time with Joel, and it's as if he's like remembering the past, he's always having these bad dreams throughout the game.
That was always something that we had to keep in mind when we did this scene, because we shot this before we shot Sarah dying scene. So it's kind of like we knew that those were going to be in one way or another kind of butted up against each other. But this is such a great thing. Again, this was in the audition thing that we did when we were trying to find Tess. And when Annie walked in, it was just like, she walked in as Tess. We saw a lot of different people for that. And this was just such a great, because the relationship you see from going from Sarah and Joel to now Joel and Tess, it's just, I don't know, you see everything, like the house that he was in before was nicer, he looked nicer, and it's not just the years have passed, but those years that have passed haven't
This
been
also
kind.
gets into something interesting for me as a writer, which is you have a certain notion of characters or how you want the structure to be, and then once it's interpreted through actors, like Troy, it changes. Like I've always imagined as Joel doesn't really care for Tess. He's completely shut down, and Troy treated it differently, which is I think he really cares for Tess, and even though he might not show it, and we just kind of embraced that. And you kind of see that later when Tess gets infected. That wasn't how the scene was originally envisioned, that Joel has such a reaction, but it became a lot more interesting to own that.
Well, and also how much this relationship changed over, I mean, time and different writing iterations and just conversations that we had about this, even, within the last month or so, we've had conversations about this. It's like, what is their relationship? Because we never define it. I think anybody else would have put it on the nose, they're lovers or whatever. There was one note that you gave, it's like, let's, for one specific take, and it said, let's just assume that there was a fight last night over what, we don't know. This is that moment afterwards. So it was like this awkward tension between the two of us. But there's no like loving embrace, there's no kiss that Joel and Tess have. It's just such an interesting relationship.
And the challenge was to try to, how much can we convey just through nonverbal interaction?
Right.
Because this is super freaking cool. Like, I wish other games would do this, because not only is this like adds so much replay value to it, especially if you've played it multiple times, but it gives like an in-depth look into the writers behind such an amazing story. Like, I don't really write too much anymore, but writing and stories are one of like the few things that I really enjoy doing. And to get to see little insights of what it takes to make a story to a game, it's really cool. It's just really cool. And I wish other games would do this, 'cause, I don't know, it's just a whole new life to the game. I know what's happening behind them. Most of us here do. And it's just refreshing and just so much more in depth about it. It's so cool.